Jim Moriano, Foley artist, and we're about to do some sounds for this roller coaster.
My name is Jeff Wilhoit, and I'm also a Foley artist on Final Destination 3. And we're going to show you some of the mechanics of creating sound effects.
Keep it subtle.
We don't
until after the hydraulic, the hose
apart,
breaks,
yeah.
and then that's when it kind of starts going crazy.
Our main staple for horror movies and anything discussing are chamois. They have lots of air pockets, so when you get them wet and you squish them, they just... Gooey lower half of torso dropping back in the seat.
You have your earplugs in on that?
We're doing a car crash rig for the drive-through accident where Frankie gets killed. That big yellow ram, driven with air, acts to pull this cable that's running through it, which is attached to the 5-ton truck up behind us. So you see it hooked up on the front there. Basically what the rig does, that ram fills up with air and pulls that cable down, pulling this truck in. It gives us more speed than we could get on a short distance out of an engine or just using a regular engine in a truck. So that then comes into the back of the pickup truck, which is holding Kevin and Wendy, which isn't on the rig yet. The rig basically works off of this piece of I-beam here, so we can keep all the cars straight as they hit, so they don't, if you just hit a car, it might skid one way or the other. This rail lets us keep everything straight so that it'll happen in the direction Jim wants. That pickup truck will get crushed up. The engine is on another rig inside the pickup. That engine gets pushed up, and as the pickup truck crushes the back of the MG here and smashes in there, that engine will jump up into the back of where Frankie Cheek's head's sitting, and the fan on the front of the engine, which is driven by a little DC motor, will spin and chew up Frankie's head and spit him all over that window over there.
Will this drive backwards when you fire it, or?
It shouldn't. It might a bit, but there's enough weight and holding there that I don't think it'll drive it back.
All right, ready? Be real quiet here.
Back, guys!
1, 2, 3.
We're in trouble.
Things went really pretty badly wrong on the moving van crash. When the truck stunt went awry, a 900-pound hydraulic cylinder came whistling across the set like it was a 2x4 and knocked over both our A and B cameras, which tipped over and of course didn't get the shot because they were pointing in the air when the crash happened. We were lucky hardly any damage occurred. You know, they're tough German cameras and they were actually okay. We just didn't get the shot. The first thing that I think most of us felt was shock because it's so unusual that anything goes wrong on those things. They've been tested 6 ways to Sunday and hardly ever anything goes wrong. I'm really glad we got everybody well back from that thing because you never want to see anybody get hurt.
Well, we're fucked.
So various things were changed. Mostly what we decided to do was actually use the blind drive truck and find a way to safety that and make that a safe, effective way to do it. What that gave us in the final shot, which was a bonus in disguise, was a much longer run-in. But it's a very, very abrupt stop. It's like slamming into a brick wall with your face.
That's awesome, man. You took it all out.
I met Fraser when I was working on MacGyver back in the late 80s. And my reaction to him was the same as most people have, which is, who the hell is he and where did he come from? And the thing I like about him is, first of all, he's one of the absolutely smartest people I've ever met.
No gas.
You know, he's good at his job. He comes up with solutions quickly, and he makes me laugh.
Put 2 boards again, we'll clap it.
What the fuck are you doing here?
What are we waiting in line for? I mean, damn.
Scared the hell out of me.
That shit was loud. Pretty good.
Okay, another fire test here. Stay well back.
Got it in.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. This is a picture. And roll sound.
So I got a zit. Is it noticeable?
Okay, gang, what we have here, we have a propane cannon explosion going off in this area. There's a cannon over here and a cannon over here. Just like we saw in the test earlier tonight. For those of you who didn't see it, it creates a big fireball here. There's a propane tank that's simulated. It's a fake one that we built that has a flame coming out of it here that is going off the top of the shot. When this fireball goes off, it will happen, it will die. That tank will get turned off so it isn't in the background so much anymore. That's the end of the shot. If anything goes wrong, I will call it and just ask everybody to stay put until we make safe.
Action.
There's a chance some of this paper may be burning a little bit afterwards. Once we yell cut, we'll come in and put it out with a Hudson sprayer and some CO2s. We have fire safety stuff around the area here. And everything else is basically safetied off. Don't come in afterwards until we clear the area. Pretty straightforward. Ready? And...
We're starting the beginning of the T-bone event. The cars have essentially configured themselves in like a full T-boning position. So, you know, what we plan to do essentially is take 2 cars and just take it right through the first car that is now turned almost perpendicular to the other 2 cars. Each train is 6 feet plus. Each train weighs about 150 pounds apiece, so we've got 300 pounds of metal traveling in scale, it's 8th scale, at about 70 miles an hour through a fairly flimsy piece of fiberglass.
We're going to kind of let this go. We got 3 cameras going. We're not exactly sure how much of it we're going to get. It's sort of you plan it out to see what you get on film, but it should be pretty exciting. A lot of sparks, a lot of smoke, 2 trains colliding with quite a bit of force. And we'll see what happens.
You know, these cars are going to do what they're going to do. We're counting on physics to keep the train on the tracks. Essentially, it's just free floating.
Bungee's loaded.
The only thing that's holding our trains down to the track is gravity and a lot of prayers from our gang.
Look at that.
It was a really technical shot where they started really close up on my eye, which is kind of the shot symbolizing that I just had a premonition. You know, they start close up on my eye and then zoom out to my face. And the first take that we did, I had a tear fall out of my eye, and Jim sort of liked that effect. So every take after that, he wanted to have that.
Rolling. I'm waiting for a tear.
Sorry, it kind of threw me off that you were
Okay. Let's go. So John, just wait. Just stay. Don't say anything. Okay. I'm waiting for a tear. When I saw the shot, it was sort of like, oh my God, what a great moment to have it come directly from her eye and the tear rose down her cheek. Of course, once you see that, you really want to get it. And, you know, we didn't really prepare Mary for that.
I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to hurt now.
Okay, let's cut.
It's always part of the business whenever you got to do an emotional scene where you look at it, you know, you read and you go, oh, I'm going to have to cry that day. Like, you know it's going to have to go down. But it's different when you're in a scene and you can get there, you know what I mean? When the writing takes you there or you can build up to memory. But whenever there's a diopter on a camera and it's this far from your eye and everybody's watching you got lights, you know what I mean? It's tough, man. It's really tough.
So I think it was a hard experience for Mary because she can definitely do it at a snap of her finger, but I think because of the nature of how we sprung it on her, it was more difficult than it would be normally, I think.
In tears fall, it's kind of activated by blinking or by scrunching your face up or something. That's kind of what makes them come out of your eye. So for me, I had to keep my eye like wide open like this, so the tears just like staying right there and not falling. So it was so frustrating because I was sitting there going, I can feel it. It's right there. Just fall, just fall. And it wouldn't.
Open your eyes a little wider, Mary. There you go.
So it was a pretty frustrating experience because I felt like I was letting down everybody because I couldn't make a tear come out of my left eye.
You guys, I'm sorry. It's just
Okay, cut.
Couldn't Ariel put a tear in there for her, for crying out loud? Those guys getting paid all that money for, huh?
Can you just get behind the camera again, please?
I couldn't stand there and just do that. So I have great respect for Mary. She's a hell of a crier. I was very, very proud of her.
Yeah, since home.
It was probably one of the most challenging, you know, scenes I've done in film before, just because it was physically almost impossible at some points, so it was definitely challenging.
All right, good, very good. Thank you, Mary. Nice, like it.